All right, let's just jump right in. For what feels like forever, there's been this one magic number, this single score that pretty much every website owner has been obsessed with. It was supposed to be the ultimate sign of success. But here's the thing, a huge shift is happening, like right now, all thanks to AI. And it's making that old score, well, pretty much useless. Today, we're going to break down exactly why. And this quote, it just hits the nail on the head. This is really the core idea we're digging into. And yeah, it's a pretty bold statement to make. But the thinking is simple. While everyone's been busy chasing this one metric, they've been completely missing what actually works in this new world of search. So, let's kick things off with what we're calling the great authority lie. We're about to take a hard look at the metric that's dominated the conversation for years and show you why it might just be the biggest distraction in digital marketing today. You've probably heard of it, right? The idea was that you needed a high domain rating, or DR. You can basically think of it as a popularity score for your website. The higher your number, the more popular you seemed, and the more likely you were to get traffic from Google. That was the goal, the whole game. But what if we've all been playing the wrong game this whole time? Okay, this chart just lays the whole myth bare. For years, the advice was get more links, get a higher DR, get higher rankings. But the reality? That domain rating score, it's just a guess made by a third-party company. Google has said flat out they don't use it at all. We've been chasing a score that the referee of the game doesn't even look at, and we forgot that what really matters is relevance. And if you need one single number to prove just how much the game has changed, here it is, 58.5%. That is the percentage of all Google searches that now end without a single click to any website. Think about that. People are getting their answers right there on the results page. That alone proves that just aiming for a high rank isn't going to cut it anymore. So, what's the big force behind this crazy change? It's the new reality of AI search. Artificial intelligence isn't just some buzzword anymore. It has fundamentally rewired how search engines work, how they find information, and how they show it to you. And get this, those AI-generated summaries at the top of the page, Google calls them AI overviews, they now show up in over 13% of all search results. That is a massive number, and it's only growing. These AI answers get the prime real estate right at the top, which means they're often what people see instead of that classic list of websites. So if these AI systems don't care about a popularity score, what do they care about? Well, they care about expertise. They're scanning the web for content that's deep, that's accurate, and that completely thoroughly covers a topic. It's not a game of who has the most links anymore. It's about who provides the absolute best, most comprehensive answer. Which, of course, brings us to the new way to win. If the old king, domain rating, is dead, who's wearing the crown now? It's time to meet the new ranking king. And here it is. The new king is called semantic authority. And it's actually a pretty simple but really powerful idea. Instead of just trying to be popular, you need to be a true expert. It's all about measuring how well your website shows a deep, real understanding of a subject and actually answers the real question behind someone's search. The old way was all about collecting links to build what we thought was trust. The new way, it's about creating fantastic, in-depth content. We're shifting from just stuffing in keywords to actually satisfying what the user truly wants. It's a huge change in mindset, from trying to be popular to proving you're an authority. Now, I know what you might be thinking. This all sounds great in theory, but does it actually work? Oh yeah, it does. And there are companies, especially these small, scrappy startups, who are already using this new playbook to get some absolutely incredible results. Seriously, it's a classic David versus Goliath story. You've got these smaller, super focused sites that are taking on the big, established giants who are still stuck playing the old game. They know they can't win on budget or brand name, so they compete on one thing, pure expertise. And let me tell you, they are winning big time. Our source material points to one case study where a site went from about 10,000 visitors a month to over 200,000 in just 5 months. And they did it by completely ignoring all the old school methods. So, how'd they pull that off? Their secret weapon was simple. They decided to become the absolute best, most comprehensive source of information on a very specific set of topics. They built out these content clusters, a big central guide surrounded by dozens of smaller articles that answered every single related question you could think of. They built real semantic authority. Okay, this is probably the most important part of this whole explainer, because knowing all this is one thing, But actually doing something about it, that's everything. So let's break down the very first steps you can take to start building this new kind of authority for yourself. It really just comes down to these three things. First, figure out what you truly want to be the expert on. What's your thing? Second, start building out your library of knowledge with a main pillar page, and then surround it with tons of supporting content. And third, and this is key, with every single piece of content you create, just focus relentlessly on answering the real questions that your audience has. Just be the most helpful resource out there. If you only remember one thing from all of this, let it be this right here. Stop chasing a vanity score that search engines don't even care about. Instead, take all of that time and energy and pour it into becoming the undeniable go-to expert in your field. The game has already changed. It's not coming, it's here. And the source material puts it perfectly. Your competitors are making their choice right now. Are they going to keep playing the old, outdated game? Or are they going to adapt and actually win in the new one? So the final question really is, what's your choice going to be?